Yeah, 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 yeah. Go, go, go.
Awesome. Alrighty. Welcome, everyone, to the Sense of Humor podcast, where we talk anything pop culture or anything that interests us. We're your host. I am Tyler, and my co host, Travis or Griffshock.
Hello.
Um, yeah, we are happy to bring you yet another episode. We are on episode 5. It's actually really exciting. Um, I think this is the most episodes I've done in a podcast, so heck yeah, heck yeah. But before we get into today's topic, Travis, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
Pretty good as well. I mean, in all honesty, I had a pretty shit day at work, but won't dwell too much on that. I was actually really looking forward to today. And yes, for everyone that's confused, we did have to push back, or rather, move it to an earlier date of recording this session. So if this throws anybody off, we apologize, but we will get back to our normal schedule as usual, streaming on Saturdays, posting on Mondays. We will still post this one on Monday though, so it'll be a little longer before it gets here. But until then, it'll be here for you guys to enjoy regardless. And speaking of which, today's topic. Are you ready?
I'm very ready. I have no idea what it's going to be, and I'm excited.
Alrighty, well, today's topic is YouTubers or influencers that we grew up with.
Oh, okay. Now I have to really circle back my memories.
I know, right? Because that was actually going to be my first question. What is the earliest YouTube video that you can, like, remember?
Oh, probably is going to be Watermelon from Vine.
Oh, yeah, the Watermelon compilation.
Yep, that's probably as
Okay.
far back as I go.
I like that. I'm gonna kind of follow up with my own. I think the earliest YouTube videos I remember were like probably along the lines of what you came up with was Vines or what we know today as memes. So I think the earliest ones I can think of is Nyan Cat or Neon Cat. And probably, I don't know if you ever saw that edit of He-Man going, hey, yeah, 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 yeah.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
just singing that song. Yeah, so those are like the earliest. And then a few more after that was like the cello, or the piano guys, and Cello Wars was one of my favorite YouTube videos of all time.
Ooh,
Um,
yeah.
But I mean, obviously, that's just the earliest videos that we can come up with and remember. But I'm gonna ask another off question before we kind of get into the full delve into it. But what do you think was the first ever YouTube? Without looking it up, what do you think the first ever YouTube video was about? All like just anything vague, like
Hmm.
it's just a guess, but I'll kind of tell you because I kind of remember what it was.
The first ever YouTube video. Was it a how-to video?
It was not, but pretty. I mean, I guess in a way it kind of was because it was the first person who did a YouTube video. It was almost like a how to do the first YouTube video. But actually, the very first YouTube was about a guy going to the zoo.
Going to the
Literally,
zoo?
yeah, literally the first video or what it's called is Me at the Zoo. It was uploaded April
Oh,
23rd, 2005. That is insane. I was only 4 years old when that came out.
that's exactly 5.
Yep, that's insane.
That's
So yeah.
I honestly was so it was a blog basically.
Yeah, pretty much actually. Now that I think about it, I guess that's technically the first vlog in a way.
Yeah, because
Um
like we don't people don't vlog anymore now. They're just like random challenge videos and stuff.
yeah. I mean, and yeah, we'll kind of get into that too, is kind of like the future of YouTube, because obviously we are technically YouTubers or influencers with our own YouTube channel. Now, obviously, it is a podcast, and we do plan to expand our like platforms. Like, I know Spotify, I think, is a little hard to get onto, but we'll try other things, and we'll still try and get onto Spotify at some point. But for right now, we'll just stick with YouTube as our platform because A, it's free, and B, it's easy. So we'll just kind of keep up with that. Maybe we'll try and do an audio only version of everything because obviously everything's video right now.
Yeah.
And hopefully some people are fine with that. Like, because, I know a lot of people don't have like the YouTube upgrade. I don't remember what it's called, but it basically lets you listen to the audio without, you know,
Oh, being on
having
the
your
app.
device on. Yeah, pretty much. It's kind of like, yeah, basically listening to a podcast. But anyway, so that was kind of like the first few questions. So, what was the first YouTube channel you would say you had interest or maybe even subscribed to that you remember?
Oh, wow. I think, well, back then, I mean, obviously I was way younger.
Mm.
But I was more into like Minecraft videos. I think his name was Stompy Cat or whatever.
Oh,
Uh,
yep.
like I think like that's the earliest videos. Like I would watch like gaming videos, stuff like that, but specifically around Minecraft because that was when Minecraft was getting really big because he came out what like 2010-ish.
Mm.
So I think
And
like that's when I
I'm
was watching mostly.
That is exactly where mine went too. In fact, that is where I found out YouTube channels were actually a thing because I didn't even know they were a thing. I thought it was just, oh yeah, no, they're just a bunch of random videos up on a platform. But later on in life, or rather later on in school, when I found out, like, you'll know who I'm talking about. I won't say his name because, I don't know if he wants a call out or anything, but, um, so, and I know there is controversy behind this person now, so if it offends anyone that I bring him up, but it is someone I grew up with and one of the first channels I actually subscribed to before like all the allegations and whatnot. But we're not going to get into that because I don't want this to be a controversial like drama channel. Just controversial in terms of what we, actually
Like our
you
opinions,
know,
yeah.
yeah, I was just saying, like, in terms of, like, content, as in, yeah, like, games, movies, stuff like that. So, um, but Sky Does Minecraft was one of the very first YouTube channels and actually influenced me to make my very first YouTube channel. I'm not going to say what it was, but Travis knows what it is. A lot of my
Mm-hmm.
other friend group know what it is. And I did something similar. I did Minecraft like mod tutorials, but on Pocket Edition because that wasn't very common. Um,
Oh, I forgot all
maybe
about Pocket
some
Edition.
I know, right? Like maybe someday I'll reveal the channel and you guys can go check it out, but that was my first attempt at YouTube was all like pocket and mobile game things. Like it's just a slew of weird niche content that I had.
I also did.
But
I
yeah,
also had one.
yeah. So
Mm.
in fact, I remember it was parkour. You did parkour for your channel.
Yeah, I did parkour for mine, and then just like random like vlogs or whatever, but they weren't any good.
Hey,
But
I mean, you got to start somewhere. Like, I would say, like, maybe in the next, I don't know, 5 years, if we both continue content creating, they'll be like, man, my very first video, or even way back when, I'm like, man, that stuff just sucks now, or maybe like because we have better equipment or whatever have you, like, we're just like, man, like, that was nothing compared to what I can do now.
oh
But
yeah.
Um, but before we kind of get into that, yeah, so my first channel I think I remember subscribing to, or a few actually, was Sky Does Minecraft, Dan TDM, so like all the Minecraft. I think yeah, Stampy Longnose or whatever his username was. He
Yeah.
stood out a little bit too because He was a Minecraft Xbox channel, and I played Minecraft on Xbox. Didn't have a console exactly to, or a PC to do any of the cool stuff, and that's why I'd watch people like Dan TDM and Sky does Minecraft and everything. And then later on, I kind of came across Markiplier with
Yeah.
Minecraft and SCP, which got me into creepypasta and Slenderman and stuff like
It,
that.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at Freddy's came much later, but yes, that's when I actually officially subscribed to him, is when he was doing the Five Nights at Freddy's stuff. But I actually wasn't subscribed to him until then. I can admit that, but I have watched him since Drunk Minecraft and
Jesus.
SCP and Slenderman, so. But what about you? Like, is any other creators kind of stand out to you, like, in terms of that?
Um, was Jacksepticeye out around then? Because oh, Happy Wheels. Yeah, I watched Happy Wheels.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, he kind of started around the same time as Markiplier. I think he was just like a year or two later than him. But yeah, no, they both have about the same length of a career.
I think I watched Markiplier. I watched Jacksepticeye. Um, I think I did watch a little bit of PewDiePie, but I think PewDiePie came out a while later after Markiplier, right? Or
No, he was
before.
actually way before. Yeah,
Okay.
PewDiePie is considered one of the OGs actually, and him, and we'll actually kind of get into that as well. But the OGs like Sea Nanners and Mr. Sark and oh man, I'm like blanking on these names all of a sudden. But like, I didn't know about these guys. I want to clarify that. I didn't find out about them until I watched other channels like Markiplier, where they would play like Gary's Mod and stuff together.
No.
Um, but that was kind of like early, yeah, 2010. So like 2010 through 2012, 13, etc. But now, kind of moving on to 2015, 2016, which is actually around the time I made my channel. But that's also where I discovered new channels, or rather not new, but just channels where my taste in media kind of changed. It went from like serious gameplay to funny moments, and that's kind of where I like, actually delve into like the funny moments side of things, and that's where I want my channel to be. Um, and a few names I can kind of list off is like the Vanos crew. Like that's kind of when I discovered them was
They're
yeah,
great.
2015, 2016. Um but yeah, later on that just kind of became my norm in terms of content. Also I started watching like Uber Hexer Nova or James from like Cow Chop and stuff, and I miss
Oh,
Cow
I
Chop,
forgot all
but
about Cow Chop.
sucks
God, they
that
have
they
some weird videos,
stopped.
but it's great. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
If you guys don't know who we're talking about, like, yeah, these are all recommendations, by the way. Yeah, go check
Yeah,
out Cow Chop, go check out Markiplier, go check out the Vanos crew. And if you, like, a few of these channels, bear in mind, do either have dark or possibly offensive humor. So if you guys aren't
Cow
into
Chop.
that, maybe don't. Yeah. I mean, Cow Chop wasn't exactly, or Alex was kind of off hinged, honestly, but
He's a
he was
little
my
far-fetched.
favorite. Yeah. I don't mind a little dark humor here and
No.
there because I know it's jokes, it's humor, so it's
Yeah,
not
they're
meant to
not
be
saying it.
taken serious.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if people start taking jokes seriously, that's where it becomes a problem for me. But anyway, to each their own. Um I mean, me and you went to the same high school, so obviously we probably talked about a lot of the same stuff in terms of YouTube. Like, I would
100%.
quote a bunch of random dumb shit here and
Especially at
there,
lunch.
especially, I was gonna say, especially at lunch. It was always the Vanos crew, too. I would always quote them or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Not saying
But,
that's a bad thing, but
yeah.
yes.
um, but later on. I know we're kind of going down the timeline, but this is just kind of. I don't want to rush us or anything either, but like I'm kind of going down the timeline. Um, but yeah, Vine was definitely one of them before that ended up dying. That was like the TikTok before TikTok, and now, yeah, TikTok is the new meme platform. Actually, before that, it was Musically.
Oh yeah, yeah, I forgot about that. Musically didn't
Mm.
last that long though.
No, it was bought out by TikTok pretty quickly, and then TikTok kind of took over everything in terms
Yeah,
of like meme videos and whatnot.
yeah, they
And
just
I don't have
rewrote
a problem
content.
with it. Yeah, I don't have a problem with TikTok either. Like, I know there's a lot of, stupid, like,
Things.
I don't know if they're true or not either. Like, they probably are, but whatever.
I mean, I
Um,
like TikTok because I learned a lot about like food hacks and easy way to cook
I
foods.
I was gonna say, yeah, like there's a lot of cool like music videos or like just dedication videos. Like, I really love the dedication to Spider-Man or Stan Lee videos. Those are some of my favorites. Um, but then yeah, obviously like some funny stuff and music and whatever have you. Like, it's just another platform for short-term videos like what YouTube does, and obviously YouTube kind of made a competitor thing, which was YouTube Shorts, and I still watch those too, but I do prefer, like, if I'm gonna watch like a short video, probably be on like TikTok. Um, but yeah, that's kind of been the progression over the years. And then like Twitch obviously was streaming. There was Mixer at one point, which is where I streamed before Twitch. I don't think I think I had like maybe two or three followers though, so Mixer didn't last long for me personally either. Um, and then yeah, no, it was
Yeah, I didn't really know much about Mixer. Was Mixer like what type of like what is it?
it was like Twitch, but it died so quickly. Um, and like it was actually connected to Xbox. Like, you could stream on Mixer through Xbox before you could do that on Twitch. And now
Oh.
Twitch made it easier. In fact, I think I remember you were the one that told me like, "Oh yeah, I can stream on Twitch on Xbox." I'm like, "Oh heck yeah, I should probably try that too cuz I've wanted to be a content creator for so long." And I mean, I was before that, but now this makes it so much easier to make content, especially quality content at that,
Oh yeah.
or at least decent enough content. And honestly, I'm not going to complain much about it. I'm definitely very lucky that I'm able to even, stream the podcast for everyone right now.
I mean,
Um,
I don't even know how to save my videos, so I
yeah,
just stream them.
I could probably send you a video that can help you save them if you want.
Yeah, that'd be great because I've been looking it up, but it says I need a computer to do it. So
It says you need a computer.
yeah, every video I watch, they're like, you need a computer in order to do it. You can't do it on the app.
What the heck? I mean, you could go on their website, I think.
Should be able to, yeah.
Yeah. Um, but before we get back
Yeah,
to
back to the
topic,
topic.
what uh what are some things that you kind of remember progression wise? Because obviously, I'm kind of thinking our high school years more than anything. That's kind of when everything took off. Like, and we can even talk about specific games or whatever that kind of made the internet explode the way it did today. Like, I mean,
Like YouTube videos wise.
yeah, because like
Yeah.
when I think like old school YouTube videos, I think dumb memes and cat videos. Cat videos are
Oh my
definitely a big
gosh.
one.
Yeah, I remember speaking of cat videos, they did the cat and Pop Tart. They did that for a while.
Yeah, Nyan
Um,
Cat.
yep. Uh,
That's it's one of the earliest ones I remembered.
they did Whoopin' Gangnam Style. What did the Fox say? Those are really big. Music videos were big for a while.
I was gonna say, I think that's, if I'm not mistaken, that's what killed MTV if I'm not
Yep.
mistaken. Like
Yeah.
YouTube is
YouTube
what
killed
killed
it.
MTV. But honestly, like I mean, I think YouTube does provide a lot more um, opportunities in terms of where it's going right now. I mean, obviously, because everyone wants to be a YouTuber, and that's like not even me exaggerating. I was actually talking with a coworker. He said he used to have a YouTube channel, and or like I talked to another one, and he used to have a Twitch channel. Like just all these people that like used to do it or still do it or whatever. Like, and like obviously there's like a lot of complications and some controversial stuff that's happened over the years that is really unfortunate, honestly, especially you know whether it revolves around old content creators or not. Um, but like in the hindsight of everything, like I still do look forward to um, you know, OG uh YouTube and whatnot. Oh, 1 second here. Sorry, someone's coming in and they're being too loud.
Oh, you're good.
Um, But yeah, like I mean, I look forward to the future of YouTube or content creation in general, especially because I still plan on being one, even if it takes me forever to get to where I want to be. I'll still do it as a hobby or for fun or whatever, but I do plan on making it a consistent thing more than anything.
I mean, I would love to get paid to play video games, like do YouTube video games or like tutorials on games and stuff like that. I would love to do that.
Yep, and that's actually another good point to bring up because a lot of YouTubers nowadays they say they get in a kind of sort of content creator burnout, like where they don't like playing games anymore. It's no longer like something fun for them to do, it's now their job. Does that kind of just like push you away from the idea of doing YouTube? Because I know it has for me. It has like strayed me away from wanting to do it at times, but then I'm like, well, I mean, if I'm having fun while playing, is it really a job? And if I'm getting paid to do it, is it really that bad? Like, I'm sure like some people like, kind of have to force themselves to play a game or whatnot here and there, but at the end of the day, I think it's kind of a fun thing to do. So,
Oh yeah. But back to topic.
I mean, this is kind of a part of the topic,
It's part
but
of it, but like, um,
what point did you want to bring up though? Because it seems like you have something you want to talk about.
I mean, I was just thinking like, how YouTube like, well, from around the time period around, what was it? What does a Fox say it came out? I mean, okay. I started watching Team Edge. I don't know if you know who they are. You might.
I think
Um,
so because I think they actually collabed with Markiplier in a couple of videos. Like they did,
yeah,
like
they brought him in one and a couple. Yeah.
yeah, he did like the Whisper challenge or something. Like
Yeah.
they did a couple of funny videos together, and I watched those.
Yeah, like I liked uh channel or challenge, not channels. Uh, I like challenge type videos. And that's something I wanted to do and for a long while whenever YouTube first came out. Like I think on my YouTube channel I did certain things that would kind of be it was challenging for me. Um like I would challenge myself to do different things like climbing or riding a longboard down a steep hill, some stuff like that. I just challenged myself to do small little things, but I wanted to get like a group of friends and do something like more challenging where we like kind of like what they do, but it'd be us as a friend group instead of obviously them. Um, but like I wanted to do challenges for a while or do stuff like trick shots like Dude Perfect or um and then I just figured, you know what? I'll just play video games because we all play video games together. So I'll just start playing video games.
Yeah, and I am definitely going to agree with you on that one because that is something I've wanted to do, or at least I wanted to do a channel a lot like Cow Chop. Cow Chop is a very fun idea to me. Like, it's a group of YouTubers that have their own YouTube channel that, like, kind of almost gives them a way to make double the money. So they're not only making their own content, but they're also making content with friends and obviously coworkers. Maybe some people didn't consider each other friends or whatever, but um, I thought it was also like always a cool concept. Like a lot of the videos they would do is like board games and the Amazon Prime times where they'd
Oh, I love
like
prime
give each
times.
other gifts, yeah,
That's one of
or
my favorite.
they'd search up weird videos on YouTube, like the wrong side of YouTube, or like they'd do funny skits. Like I remember one of them, James and Alex dressed up as the Ninja Turtles and then ordered a pizza near the sewer. So,
Yep.
you know, like it's funny videos like that that make me like want to do that. Like get a group of friends, have a channel like that. I even at one point wanted to do like I actually knew a guy in when I worked at I'm not gonna say the name of the restaurant because I A hated that job and B like I don't want to give them free promotion or anything.
I think I
Not
know what you're talking
sponsored or
about.
anything. Yeah, but I the place I used to work at, it was a food place. I knew a guy who said he was buying or renting a townhome with all his friends and they were all in a clan together on Xbox and they were gonna have a clan house. So kind of like Phase. And that always seemed appealing too, to like live with your friends. But
Yeah,
obviously, as we're getting older, like you have a
the reality
girlfriend.
it hits in.
Yeah, a couple of us have girlfriends or other goals or like aspirations and whatnot. And that's honestly fine with me. I don't think I like want to do that anymore, but I would still like to do like a cow chop channel where we all like do dumb stuff in like one of our houses or at like a park or whatever. As long as we're not disturbing the peace or anything, but
Yeah,
having fun while we do it.
yeah, we could
Um
rent out a warehouse and do it in a warehouse and be fine.
there you go. Yeah, perfect. I mean, I think they did do cow chop in a warehouse at one point or something.
I think it
Um
is in a warehouse. They just built walls and like different sets.
They changed locations I think 3 times because at
Didn't they
first
start
it was in a
like in the
house.
garage?
No, so at first it was in a house, like just a normal like townhouse, but
Hmm.
then one of their neighbors found their channel, and in one of their videos they smashed the door to the house. Even though they replaced it, they still got in a lot of trouble, so
Oh
the owner
Jesus!
kicked them out. But
Come on.
then they moved into, yeah, the warehouse, which was out in the middle of nowhere. Or actually, before the house, it was an office space. I remember that. Uh, and then after the warehouse, it was that garage I think you were talking about, and that's kind of like where they did it until the end of Cow Chop. Again, unfortunate, but honestly, I'm glad we got the content that we did with it. Like I can still go back and watch like I don't know, days worth of content and still enjoy it, laugh it. Like they have so much good videos. Again, like if you guys don't know who we're talking about, maybe I'll even link their channel in our description or something. But such a good channel, such a awesome group of people, and it changed over time and everything. But gosh dang, I do miss those old days of just like those were like kind of like my comfort YouTube videos. It was almost like
Hmm.
I was a part of their group in a way. Like not in a weird way, but like just in a way like where like, oh, I'm like
It's like
having
family.
fun watching them, yeah. Not as emotionally attached obviously, but yeah, no, it was still fun to come home from school or work or whatever if I've had like a crappy day and just, you know, watch their videos and just make me laugh and laugh off the pain or whatever. Like it's just not as It's not as crappy of a day. Heck, I might even do that later today because I I had a crappy day at work, so maybe they'll cheer me up today too. But that's another good point to bring up. What do you think the emotional impact of a lot of YouTube channels have had? Because I can think of a few, and I know a lot of YouTubers bring it up in their videos, and I'm sure it's different for everyone or whatnot. But what do you think the impact of YouTube channels has given the world? Do you think it's negative? Do you think it's positive? What do you
I
think?
I honestly think it's a lot more positive because it gives a lot of people. I know YouTubers are saying this a lot now, but it gives YouTubers a chance to prove to people that there's still happiness in the world and that there's still like good things to do. And I mean, you can go on YouTube. Like if you don't know how to like put it together a coffee table, you can go to YouTube and be like, how to put a coffee table together, or how can I beat this level on a game, or how can I talk smack to my boss without getting in trouble? No, just kidding. But like
I
if you,
mean, maybe.
but like no, there's so many good things to it in my opinion. I mean, yeah, there's certain YouTubers and certain channels that push it a little too far, but in my opinion, I think YouTube is in a positive aspect.
Yeah, and I mean, one would even say that some of these people are considered celebrities now. In fact, I know for a fact one of them is a huge celebrity now, which is Markiplier or um, Mark Fishbach for his real name. He's now made a movie that is hitting theaters soon. Like, I'm pretty sure it's coming out this December, if I'm
Which
not
one is that?
mistaken. It's called Iron Lung. It's based off of a video game that he actually played like a few years ago. But he reached out to the creator of the game, and together they put together a script, and he's actually playing the main character too. So not only is he made a movie, but he's also acting in the movie too, which is kind of exciting. So I might go check out that movie. It's a horror film, so if anyone's not a
Oh,
huge fan of horror,
heck yeah.
probably yeah. So obviously me and Travis here are gonna be excited for it, but yeah. Um
I can't wait to see him play in Five Nights at Freddy's. That's
I
what I can't
know.
wait.
I really hope that's true. I really hope FNAF 2 is where cuz I mean he no longer has scheduling issues like unless he does another movie soon, but he no longer officially has scheduling issues um, to go and do that. So he could easily either play the main character or just a little cameo, like a lot of YouTubers did in the first Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Um, in fact, I'm pretty sure Matt Pat he was in the FNAF movie, and then later, in fact, we'll get to this in a bit too. Um, but he retired this year actually, so which was kind of insane for a lot of people, including myself, because I grew up on his Five Nights at Freddy's videos, which is another whole like slew of types of videos. Because that's I think like you mentioned before, that's another great thing about YouTube is there's so much variety in content. Like you could literally search up anything and probably find it.
Oh
Hopefully
yeah,
good stuff. Hopefully everyone
hopefully.
here is searching up good stuff
Yeah,
and
keep it
not
PG, people.
yeah, I was gonna say not keep it messed up or anything, but um yeah, you could probably find it on YouTube if you just searched it up. But yeah, theory videos. That was another one I later learned to like a lot, especially when I got into Five Nights at Freddy's. That's when I like dove into the deep parts of lore, like and I mean, I had already loved Harry Potter. I had already loved Lord of the Rings and Star Wars and all this stuff. But to
Yeah.
go onto YouTube and see that there's deeper lore that my brain can comprehend and like learn about and grow to, like it's fun to kind of delve into that. And Five Nights at Freddy's isn't the only thing. Like, I mean, they also did Minecraft videos, which I found were interesting. There's some Star Wars channels with Star Wars theories when I was still into Star Wars, and then kind of now I'm more so into the Marvel side of things and DC,
I
more
liked it
so
when they did
superhero stuff.
short films.
Yeah, short films. So yeah, short films is another one, or fan films. There's a couple of YouTubers that have invested in projects for stuff like fan Star Wars, Marvel, DC, and fans make some pretty cool stuff. Like obviously it's cheaply budgeted, but gosh dang, it's so creative. I think that's another cool thing to point out is YouTubers are like even though some of them may not have like a bachelor's degree or whatever it takes to be like an actor or voice actor or something in the film industry, a lot of them are very entertaining and very creative, and they didn't have to go to school for that. And I think that's another cool thing is, a lot of people um and even YouTubers have kind of expressed this is they either started off at school or they were just kind of nobodies that couldn't like stick to a 9 to 5 job that just wanted more out of life, and YouTube kind of gave them that opportunity. Like they now make money doing what they love or doing what they can at least tolerate, and it's kind of cool, and that's the appeal to of YouTube. But that also brings up a huge problem is like one of the reasons why the YouTuber friend that I met, he brought up a good point is obviously like all the bad stuff. Some people abuse their power on YouTube, like they have 4 million subscribers or followers
Mm-hmm.
or however you want to express them, but then they take advantage of them and, use their power to either, express things or do things that are bad. And that's just,
Benefit
not a,
themselves. And
yeah, it only benefits them. And it's such a selfish thing to do. And I mean, it kind of going the Spider-Man route. If you have great power, use it responsibly. Use it to not only benefit yourself, but benefit others more importantly. In fact, only probably use it to benefit others. Like, sure, Spider-Man does it in a jokingly way. Like, he has super strength. He can probably lift a car instead of having to use a jack or whatever. Like, simple things like that, sure. But that's, one of the great things of, you know, Spider-Man is he's got great power, but his uncle taught him to use it responsibly. And I think that should be applied to anyone that has a platform that can influence millions or even billions of people across the entire world. So just be careful what you're preaching and whatever. Like, if it's an opinion, just blatantly say that. Like, this is my opinion. You don't have to follow it. Don't use your platform to say my opinion is right and only right and whatever. And
yeah,
that's what I respect about a lot of channels is they'll like express their opinion and then like notify people. That's my opinion. Like it can be your opinion
your
too.
opinion too.
Oh, that's an
Oh,
echo.
that's an echo.
I
Everything
don't
good on
hear
your
Everything
one.
good
side?
on your side?
Yeah, I don't hear one.
Oh, it's
Oh, it's
Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. Okay, there we go. The echo's gone.
Okay, my cord might have been twisted or something.
Oh, okay. Um, but kind of back to what I was saying was like just use it to express yourself obviously, but also use it to entertain those and send out good messages. I think that's
Your
why I really
positivity.
exactly. And I think that's why I really respect content creators like Markiplier is because he'll just put out a video. Like I remember one video he did, it was like a 6 minute video of him just talking about respect and like
Yep,
how everyone should treat others with like the way they want to be treated, and it's
the golden rule.
so yeah, it's so amazing. Like it's so amazing that someone like him or like even people like Keanu Reeves, like he'll just like, see someone on the street and just be so nice and so kind. Like he'll just, give them money or help them or just service them in some way, and that's something to admire and to look up to, and like it just shows that there is still greatness in humanity. But gosh dang, like and I don't mean to be so philosophical about it, but I mean, especially as something as simple as YouTube, because like I don't want to also like idol these people. Like I don't want to idolize them or make them look like gods. but people who are popular or who have power of popularity or famous or whatever, like infamous, whatever you want to call it, um, it's important how you use that platform. It's important how you use or don't use people, but like how you influence them. So
Yeah.
I think that's a great way to spread messages and opinions and whatnot, and also build communities, which again I kind of idle to and hope to build. Like I mean, I even got my own small community on my Twitch channel. So, um, but what about you? Like, obviously we've kind of talked about the positives. Is there any negatives that kind of hugely stand out? Obviously, I've said a few, but is there any that like probably discourages you from YouTube?
Um, well, if I'm watching YouTube or not watching, if I'm like scrolling through my feed, I'm trying to find something I want to watch. It seems like everyone's always bragging about like, oh, I made a $12,000 table, or I spent or I spent $1 million doing this, or $1 versus $100,000 or whatever. It's always like people are bragging about their money and rubbing money into the screen or into the camera, I should say. But I miss those videos. I will watch a couple just because I'm like, I'm curious, or like I miss the videos where it's just people hopping on just to play with their friends, or just to talk about or exploring new places, or doing things like that where they don't really care about how much it costs to do something. So to me, it's more of like people rubbing in the money that they're making on into the videos for me.
Yeah, definitely not gonna name names, but I definitely know some of the content creators you're talking about. In fact, recently, again, not gonna name names, but there's a channel I follow or used to follow. It just got too dramatized, but they actually came out and said like they were basically being bullied and people were trying to take his channel down for his opinions that he stated are his opinions. Um, and those people ended up not convincing YouTube because he wasn't breaking terms of service or anything. But they were just super jealous of him, and all they cared about was money, and all they cared about was views and subscribers and whatever. They only counted about or cared about numbers. And sure, money is survival right now. It's as unfortunate as that is. Money is survival. Money is a living. If you have money, you can basically. I'm not gonna
Do
say
whatever you
do.
want.
Yeah, I was gonna say not basically that, but along the lines of that. Like you said, kind of like people who, choose to use their money to make experiences rather than just like hold it in their hand and be like, "Hey, look at this. I got green in my hand. Ain't that
Yeah.
great? Ain't I amazing because I have this much green in my hand?" No, it's it
Versus just like, hey, look, I'm gonna, you know, go to this really rare experience in the safari, or, go to the rainforest or something different that we can't normally see.
yeah, I was going to say like people that use that money to like go experience things and be like, "Hey, you should go totally check out Hawaii or go check out Japan or go to Disneyland or Disney World or Hollywood Studios, whatever." Like they use their platform to kind of show people and almost promote it in a way like and make people excited and like, "Oh, that's what I strive to do. That's where I strive to make memories and have fun with either family or friends or even by myself." Like, it's a little weird if you go by yourself nowadays, but I'm sure it's still fun. But I would probably take a friend at least or something like that. Um, Not judging anyone that goes to theme parks by themselves, but whatever. You do you.
Yeah, you
Uh,
float your boat, buddy.
Yeah. And again, yeah, like it's use your life to build experiences. Obviously, survive. The most important thing is to survive right now, but also try and live as much as possible too. And
Yeah,
again,
and just be happy.
I know I was gonna say we're kind of getting into a very philosophical thing. Not
Cool.
that that's a bad thing, but it has definitely strayed from
Right.
yeah, from the topic. But I'm not
Oops.
gonna again. No, not oops. Like I'm glad we did kind of get onto this topic because we're not wrong either. As a lot of YouTubers or content creators in general do use um their
They're,
platforms to kind of express that. And obviously,
they-
again, we kind of expressed like, yeah, some use it, only for money and wealth. Others use it for experiences. Others use it to share their ideas or their creativity with the world. But, you know,
yeah. So where do you think YouTube will be headed in the future? Like, what do you think the future of YouTube will be like? Hello?
oh, sorry, I accidentally muted myself. But what I was saying was that's a good idea, or that's a good question. Um, but it's also a scary one, admittedly. Um, I anytime I think about the future, or at least too far ahead, it can be scary. Like obviously people make goals and plans, like I have a few of my own. Um but it is scary to kind of delve into like what's to be or what's to happen. And it's important to not be afraid of the future or the past, but to kind of learn from one and look towards the other, but at the same time, you can't help but be afraid. Like, will YouTube be gone in the next 5, 10 years? Will it still be thriving? Will it get even better for content creators? Will it get worse? Will we lose content creators? Like, that's the scary thing to think about. And a lot of YouTubers and streamers, again, like, have either retired or, just overall,
Just
like,
lost ideas.
yeah, like, just had to stop overall. Like, Um, I was watching some older YouTube videos, and like some people like just became full-time YouTubers, and now like YouTube's kind of gone downhill since then, and it's like, like are they going to still thrive from that? And not to knock them for trying either. Like I really hope YouTube stays as long as it does, but at the same time, one can't help but be afraid of like what might happen, what might inevitably happen.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you look at like the old, like there was another streaming service before Twitch, like another streamer platform. I forgot what it was called, but that inevitably died, and then Twitch was the next thing to come. So like, what's to say there won't be another streaming service that either provides for their content creators better or gives them better benefits or something? Or again, like MTV died and now YouTube's on top. And obviously it's still floating probably longer than MTV did, but what's to say there won't be another platform that also, provides content or whatever, like just as good or maybe better. And people will start floating towards that. Or kids will start, going towards that instead of YouTube. But you never know. I think the only thing that could cause YouTube's downfall is YouTube themselves. Like, whether it's the terms of service and some YouTubers either just can't follow them or, like, they're just super unreasonable. Like, I mean, like, cursing just became a huge, like, no-no to YouTube all of a sudden after all these years. But, you
That's
know,
kind of crazy.
yeah. And I mean,
Is
obviously,
that
copyright's a huge thing, so I think that's fair and on
that's
all
very
honesty.
reasonable.
Yeah, but in terms of like cursing or what people talk about, I think that was kind of the whole point of YouTube was the freedom of speech at one point. Like, and obviously, again, people preach a lot of terrible things or say a lot of terrible things sometimes, but you know, it's I don't know. There's just a lot to unravel, and I don't want to get into any again drama or dramatic things, but that's just the harsh reality of YouTube right now is like, and obviously I'm not a content creator. I'm just kind of or not a full time one, anyways. But I'm just kind of going off of everything that some of my favorite content creators have been saying. And a lot of them are scared. A lot of them are like worried where they might be, and then others are just kind of brushing it off. And they're like, you know what? I still got a pretty good life. I'm still doing pretty well for myself, and as long as they're happy, like in a weird way, yeah. Like it's weird to say like as long as they're happy, even though I'm not knowing them personally, but they entertain me. They give me a place to go when I'm feeling low.
Yeah. Yeah, they give you like a comfortable like it's kind of like your own personal little therapy in a way. It kind of gives you like a little peace and joy, a slice of warm apple pie on a rainy day type of feel.
Yeah, a good kind of what's the word? Like kind of not a metaphor, but like along the lines of that. Like someone I watched, they were like, "Oh, I saw something really scary." And so I had to go watch some funny videos to calm myself down. It's like that's such a good point because real life can either
I've done
piss you
that.
off or scare you or whatever. Like today, I was pretty freaking pissed off, but you know, this stream, this podcast that I get to do with you, my friend, and not only that, we get to do it like every week and hopefully every week. And obviously, I'm sure there will be like one week where we're like, we can't do it at all. Like, there's just no way. And that's kind of why we had to adjust. Like, because real life happens sometimes, and you know what? That's
Yeah.
okay. Like, there's nothing wrong with being able to adjust to some things. Obviously, we'll try and keep a pretty regular schedule, but I'm fine as long as we get to do it. I'm happy to do it whenever we get to do it. And obviously, I'll understand if we can't do it sometimes too. Like, there's nothing wrong with, delays or whatever. Heck, we might even, I don't know, maybe we'll do seasons. I don't think we'll do seasons. But if we do, we'll probably have like a hiatus from making a podcast episode or something. I don't know. Hopefully not though, because I really enjoy doing these still, and we're only five pod or episodes in, but every single one of them
Honestly,
has been fun.
yeah, like honestly, five is actually still kind of crazy because like like for me as like I never imagined actually having something like last long enough. I guess that sounds weird, but like feel like every time I do like a YouTube channel or have done like a video or posted something, I always figured it wouldn't like last or go on as far as I would expect it to. But this one I feel like can go on for a long time.
I
Like you and I always talk all the time about we could bring up like one small thing and it would just trail on for hours.
I was gonna say like, and that's probably another good segue is like where do we see ourselves as content creators? Because obviously, like we've expressed, like obviously we have our podcast channel, um, but like for you and for me, like, is there any plans? Like, I'll kind of express mine because I actually do have a few in mind. But do you have any plans for future channels? Like, obviously, you still have your Twitch channel. By the way, if anyone hasn't checked it out yet, go check it out at Griffshock on Twitch. He still streams every now and then, and he streams more unique stuff than I do sometimes. Like, he'll stream like solo Let's Play games, like Arkham and I think Diablo and stuff.
Yeah, I've been playing Hogwarts Legacy lately, but yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
But
So, what do you? Any plans?
well, I wanted to do gaming. Like once I figure out how to properly like save my videos, I want to be able to save them to Twitch and then save them to my phone and then upload them. So I'm probably gonna do a gaming channel for a little bit, or I'll do like I could probably do this now, but like I like to edit photos a lot, so I'll probably do like I'll probably take photos and then screen record my phone, so like showing the process on how I edit them and everything. So I want to do like photo editing, and then I also just want to do gaming. But in the way future, probably I say way because it's gonna cost a lot. And I'm not saying that because like earlier I didn't want to brag about money, but I'm saying like it's gonna cost because I want to do like carpentry videos where people like building tables or building countertops and stuff like that because I want to be able to build stuff for my future house. So I want to do like building chairs, tables, picture frames, stuff like that. So like an arts type style.
Yeah, no, that's actually really cool, and I'm glad I didn't even know that till just now, and I think that's really cool that you're finding new passions. And I did know about the photos though, like I saw some of them on Instagram a couple of times, and they're really cool. So I would love to see your process on that, honestly. And that's actually, yeah, that's again really cool, and I look forward to those. Just let me know when you do that, and I'll definitely happily put links to those channels either in this podcast or in future YouTube videos of my own on my personal channel.
All
Which, by
right.
the way, obviously, I know again, and I don't like bringing it up. And I'm not. In fact, you know what? Screw it. I'm not even going to talk about it. But if you guys want to go check it out, the Multi-Mite YouTube channel is up and running, and yeah. Anyway, but yeah, kind of like you, gaming channel. I want to do a just chat kind of stream at one point, like just chatting, like maybe followers or viewers send me videos that I can watch or whatever. Um,
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
yeah, I've seen a couple of channels do that, and I thought that'd be fun, or just to talk with chat, interact with chat would be fun. Um, but I also want to do like a podcast, or not a podcast, just like a channel like Cow Chop with my brothers, because there's four of us and we've kind of talked about it. Two of them are a little young, like I mean, one of them's still in high school and one of them's still in elementary school. But we've talked with our parents about it, and we thought it'd be kind of fun to do like, food reviews, like go to like a restaurant and do like a mini mukbang or something, or just like a
I would
new
watch that.
meal
Yeah.
review. But probably not a mukbang because I don't want to end up like Nikocado Avocado. But um, no shame there. No, well, okay, a little shame,
No.
but like I've thought about doing a channel like that, and also again, me and one of my friends from work, we're working on a comic book, and we haven't worked on it in a little bit, but I do plan on working some more on it. Hopefully this weekend, especially since he gave me a couple in or comic books, and I even told him I was like, maybe this can inspire us to for some content of our own comic books and whatnot. So I've thought about doing a YouTube channel that kind of promotes that content, and even like do little slideshows of our panels for our comics and get voice actors to kind of like voice the lines and whatnot. I've thought about doing that a couple of times. Um, and yeah, like I mean, this podcast is definitely like a long-term thing, I hope. I want to start like you kind of doing gaming on both the Twitch channel where it's the raw footage, and then the YouTube channel where I edit it into a funny moments video, but yeah, like I look forward to it all, honestly. Um but yeah, I'm excited to see what you do though. Like that again, like that's very interesting. I didn't know you were into carpentry. That sounds fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was just a weird random thing. I think like I just watched some random guy this all started with like some dude just built a really cool chair and I was like, that seems pretty cool. And then that video led to a guy building a waterfall table or a table with LED lights in it and stuff like that. And then now that's basically all. Like if I'm watching a video and in the video the guy is titled like remodeling my home. I go, okay, cool. And I click on the video. I will skip through the entire video just to get to the section where he's remodeling his house.
Nice.
Um, but no, I always thought it'd be kind of cool because, like, I mean, not a lot of people on this channel probably obviously know this, but I went to school for welding and uh, I wanted to do welding for a while, and I was gonna do welding channels because I know how to make a go-kart out of just scrap metal and just all weld it all together. And I was gonna do it like how-to video about that. And then I figured, well, that's gonna cost way more in metal and weight, and yeah, I don't have a welding machine. So I was like, I can just, probably grab a 2x4 or not 2x4, a pallet of wood and turn that into like a chair or something and make a video about that. And that's where it all started.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's really cool. I'd definitely watch the go-kart one because that kind of gives me an idea for a group channel YouTube video already. Um, in fact, that kind of reminds me, I'll have to send you a picture of it, but there's this new bed I've been looking at that is really freaking cool, and I didn't know anything like that existed until now, and I probably should have thought it existed, but there's basically a bunk bed, but the bottom half is like a desk with like a setup.
Yeah.
I saw that and I'm like, I need that in my life. Because for those of you who don't know, my room is small, like my bedroom's small, but I have a king size bed, so it takes up like a quarter of the room. So I need to get rid of that and get the freaking bunk bed desk, because that would be, well, not only perfect, because I have always liked sleeping on the top bunk anytime I had a bunk bed, and it just feels nice to be up high, and it'd be nice to have like just a whole desk set up, and I could probably get rid of my old desk now and um, have a lot more room for stuff now, which would be really nice. So,
Yeah, you'd be able to put like your desk down there, and then on the other wall you can put shelving or whatever, or you could use it as like like you can get rid of a dresser in your room, and then you could just use that like you could build in a dresser into the area where like the stairs will go behind it, and just put your closet right behind your desk setup.
that
So it's
would be
all
pretty
like in one
sweet.
area.
Yeah. Like, I basically want to turn my room into a mini apartment right now, but it's pretty small, so it'd be one hell of a tiny apartment, and honestly, I would be totally fine with that. But
I
anyway,
honestly got like 12 videos I'll send you. Anyways,
yeah, no, sorry, you're good. Like, I think that's pretty relevant to our topic, but unfortunately, we are at time. Thank you, Travis, as always, for joining us. I mean, joining
of
me.
course.
Thank you, audience who are watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Um, and comment below who was some of your favorite YouTubers that you grew up with or whatnot. Um, but yeah. And again, sorry for the weird like new game. We'll probably do this every now and then if Rockstar servers. I don't even think we brought that up. Rockstar servers were down,
No,
so
we
we
didn't.
weren't able to hop on GTA today. So, Fortnite, and honestly, I kind of like it better because I'm Spider-Man in this one. So, yeah,
Yeah, and we don't get kicked.
yeah, for real. We don't get kicked for being idle for an hour. But yeah. Thanks again, everyone, so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Look forward to some more episodes every Saturday and posted on Mondays. I look forward to this episode being posting this upcoming Monday. We got 4 other episodes before this one, so if you guys haven't seen it, new viewers or followers, go check those out. But as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.